I'm not going to waste your time at all with this one. Here are the 3 exercises that got me from dipping 90 kilograms, which is already really impressive, to dipping 122.5 kilograms. A 32 kilogram difference over the 100 kilogram wall, as many people in calisthenics call it. Many people say, even like my friends which are really high level calisthenics athletes, tell me like, man, when you get past 100 kilograms, you only put on like 5 kilograms a year. I managed to put on 3.5 kilograms a month consistently. So there must be something with these exercises that got me there. Because if you just spam weighted dips, that's not enough to just be really good, because some muscles, some stabilizer muscles, as I call them, are definitely going to be lacking. The first one, which I think was the biggest game changer for me, was weighted ring dips. Because every time I went to do dips, I was feeling like I had the strength, but I didn't have the stability. I had a lot of like misgrooves. That's how it's called. When you have a misgroove on bench press, that's when you go down and you go up, but you throw it forward or you throw it on your face. You just don't hit the perfect technique. And that's what was happening to me. Every time, fail after fail, it was the exact same problem. That's why I couldn't push past the 90 kilograms. But after I started looking and researching more into stabilizer muscles and all these different things that help you in the movement, I discovered ring dips. I started doing them and bam, a month later, 5 kilograms above my PR. I was shocked. I was like, how is this even possible? I was stuck in 90 kilograms since like September, and in December I had a new PR, 5 kilograms above, and I couldn't hit that PR for more than 2 months straight. So I was so surprised. So why are ring dips so good? And why do they also help me in bench press? Because I bench 140 kilograms. And I was also at the World Bench Press Championship this year in Norway, and I ended up 5th place, which is kind of sad, but I've been benching for only 6 months, so why would I complain? The ring dips are really good because on the regular dip bars, they don't move at all. But the rings, when you are unstable, when you have a weakness, the rings move all over the place. The first time I went on rings, I bought rings because I didn't have them before, I stepped on the rings and I was shaking like that. I couldn't even do a dip, and I was dipping 90 kilograms. I was like, holy shit, this is so tough. But when I continued doing them, my stability improved so much. Now I can dip like 60 kilograms on the rings for reps. And that made me also to dip 10 kilograms above my PR, which is 100 kilograms, for 4 reps. So that's amazing. The next exercise, this is to build pure raw power. It is the decline bench press. I don't have a decline bench over here, so I need to experiment by getting it to weird angles and stuff like that. But it helps you a lot, because the main pushing muscles in the dip, you are just pushing down, but not really. If you focus on your elbow joint compared to your body when you do the dip, you do this type of movement. And that is weirdly similar to the decline bench press. That's why I was also doing bench press, decline bench press, also classic bench press, because I like the exercise. But when I started doing decline bench press, I started having way more explosive power. And it's pretty easy to overload on the bench press. I would say even easier on the weighted dips, because you need to account for your own body weight, stuff like that. You add 2.5 kilograms, now you can't get it up, all these different things. On the bench is much simpler. And you can also hit PRs because you can just have a spotter, because hitting PRs on dips is kind of dangerous when you have high dip bars like me. Now the third exercise I picked because of my weakness. 99% of my failed PRs, I failed over here. I will definitely put some on the screen if I didn't delete them. But I need to get stronger in that part of the dip. And how did I do that? I did it by doing higher reps with a resistance band over my neck. I will find a video like that, where I go down, the band is like all flappy, it isn't tensioned. And when I go up, it starts tensioning. It's a pretty thick resistance band, and I need to push through the last angle. I go down and I push through the last angle. And I do that 6 reps plus, like 6 to 10 reps, to really grind out the last part of the dip. And now I can say it isn't no longer my weakness. When I failed the 125 kilogram dip that I tried in the exact same day, I failed over here. I went down and I'm like, oh shit, that ain't moving at all. And I dropped down. But most of my PRs like go down, up, easy, can't lock it out, and then I'm pissed until the rest of the day or until the rest of the week. So if the upper portion of the dip is your weakness, because that's the weakness for like 99% of people that I talk to, my clients, my friends, all these different people, they constantly have the upper portion as their weakness. I never met in my life, in my like coaching, YouTube content creation career, somebody that sucks at the bottom part of the dip. Like they could do like this portion with 100 kilograms, but they can't go down. It's like weird. So make sure to implement these 3 exercises in your routine. You don't need to do them in the exact same day. That's kind of overcomplicated. That's why for your first workout session or a dip workout session or a general push workout session, you should include like the ring dips. And they are really, really good in building a juicy chest. Then for the next day, you can add the decline bench press. And then if you have a tricep focused push day, you can add the dips with the resistance band. So please make sure to do that, because I can guarantee you will see huge progress with it. And if you want more professional, no BS tips regarding calisthenics, street lifting, strength optimization, all the good stuff, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I post videos like this 2 times a week. And if you want a lens into my personal life, how I train, what I eat, so you know that I'm just not bullshitting on the internet, you can check out my Instagram, link in the description. So check that out and take care, bro. You got this.